and welcome to Reaching the Next Generation. I'm Bishop Jerome Jones, and it is just past midnight on this Wednesday morning. That's right, early Wednesday morning, just past midnight, and I am getting ready to move into another area. I just wanted to, first of all, greet you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, and I want to take a moment to invite you to remember the people of Liberia. You know, we oftentimes, as some of you perhaps have heard, of the mission, the crusade, and the work that we have started in Liberia. But we also have works that we are working and ministering to men and women around the world in a number of nations. And I want to ask you to stand with us as a partner. We are seeking to help 200 families that we can make a difference in their lives by providing them with clean water to drink and food to eat, as well as assisting them in their medical conditions, as well as housing assistance, education, spiritual growth, and development. These are the areas that we are focused on as we go into the nations with the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I want to ask you to please don't forget the destituted people in Liberia and in Pakistan and in nations around the world. You know, oftentimes when there's a situation that we see and we get exposed to, there's a surge of compassion. But as time moves on, there's a tendency to forget. And I come tonight to remind you that we have a campaign to help the poor and needy, to fight hunger and homelessness. And so we're asking you to become a partner, no matter what amount you have to give. It will do wonders in helping those that are hungry, those that are sick, those that are homeless, those that are just literally destitute and seemingly without hope. You know, and I'm asking you to stand with us. And so I have my Cash App there, and also you can give through PayPal. The PayPal, simply reach out to us. Many of you have reached out to us, and those of you that are in Leesburg, those of you that are in South Florida, those of you that are in various parts of the world that have partaken of this mission with me to Liberia. I'm asking you to stand with us in this. You know, I promise God that I would not forget the people of Liberia. And I will never forget what I witnessed. I will never forget what I was a part of. I will never forget what God did and how God did what he did. I will never forget that. And you're going to hear some of the testimony of my trip to Africa. You know, I went there to stay for about 20 days or 21 days, and I ended up being there 3 months. So it was a long trip that had many, many challenges. But oh my God, there was miracles after miracles after miracles. And I know that God is not through. I know that God has not allowed me to be a part of something so extraordinary for it to not go further. And so I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about what lies ahead. And the Lord has impressed upon me to continue to keep this in front of his people. And I want to say this to you, no matter what you've done in the past, I am pleading with you today. Go and give to this. We got our target on 200 families. Now, a family is a group of 4 or more. That's what, well, it can be less, but it's an average of 4 when we talk about it for the sake of support. I witnessed in Liberia people drinking water that they take a bath in, that animals take baths in, that animals die in, and they still have to drink it. I witnessed people getting sick to the point of death. I witnessed people dying right in front of me. I witnessed people starving with no food. I witnessed people working all day for a cup of rice or meals at the end of the day. I witnessed people living in what is seen and would be thought of as concentration camps. And I also witnessed people living into homes that would be bulldozed and never be allowed to step foot in them if they were in another location, such as the United States. So we witnessed some horrific situations there that this people of God is going through, as well as those that are not saved. And our mission is to bring the gospel to these men and women around the world, the ones that are forgotten, the ones that no one thinks about, no one stretches forth their hand to help them, the ones that feel like they're too dirty to be around what they call normal people, the ones that feel like God has forsaken them, that God don't care about them. And you know, God is counting on us. God is counting on us to be his spokesman. He is counting on us to be his mouthpiece to them, to let them know that he is not forgotten. He is yet mindful of them, and there is yet hope. And you know, you and I that have this hope in us, we are the perfect candidates to gender this hope in them. You know, so I'm asking you to help us. This family of 4, you say, well, Bishop Jones, what does it take to help this family of 4? If you want to know what it costs to take care of family of 4, the total cost is $750. Now that $750 will take care a family of 4 people, give them clean drinking water every day of the year, give them food to eat every day of the year, and provide them with better health. That's what it takes to take care of a family of 4 people. That's less than, when you do the numbers, and we say $750 for a year. Now we know that there are 12 months in the year, 52 weeks in the year, and we're talking about $750 for the whole year. That's less than $15. That's right at $14 a week that'll feed and provide clean drinking water and improve the health and even save lives of families around the world. And I'm asking you to consider sponsoring a family. If 200 people would sponsor a family a year, that's $14 a week. We could provide clean drinking water and food to eat and improve the health of families around the world. Think about that. That's about $2 a day. That's about $2 a day for a family. And I'm asking you, please help. I know that some of you think, well, we got everything that we need and we everything is being done. No, it's not. There's a lot more. We will never do enough, but let's do all that we can. You know, we know that there will always be some that we are not able to reach, we're not able to do, but let's do that we can do. The way that I have structured it, I've set this up. I set it up so that we can get people, these families, they come in, they get fill out an application, and then we verify that these families are families that absolutely need this help. We verify that they don't have no way of helping themselves, and they don't have any family member that can help them. If they have family members that can help them, we let the family member do it. But we are making sure that the families that get this help are the families that absolutely need it. They are dying without it. They are being sickly without it. They are really, really suffering inhumanely without it. So we have 200 in our targets on this campaign. And one of the things when they come in and they get verified that they are the family, we get it all confirmed, and then we put them on our sponsorship list. And then we have a bank account that is established there in Liberia. That's what we was doing. We were doing a lot of ministry while we were there to make sure that our support goes to the right place, and there is a track record. There is a recorded record of all the funds that come in, and there's a recorded record of how every dollar was spent. Now, we're asking you to consider sponsoring a family for a year. Now, you can do that by giving any portion. You can give any portion. Can only give $50 now, 25. But if you will sponsor a family for a year or a part of a family, just making sure that you join in with us. Once we've established the bank account already there in Liberia, that the funds will be, if they go to my Cash App or my PayPal account, they'll be transferred right to the bank account there in Liberia. And we have personnel there that can go and distribute that to those that we have authorized to receive it through verification and confirmation. So we've done a lot of the administrative work. We are doing everything to have checks and balances to make sure that the funds that are gathered are given to the people that we designate them for. And so we're so thankful for that. And this is why we tell people, send us the funds. Someone sent me just today $100, and they sent it to me today. I just saw it today, and they said to me, Bishop Jones, I am sending you this $100, and it is for a mission that we are working with. And the reason that they sent it to me is because they wanted to make sure that it was legitimate, and they wanted to make sure that it got to the person that in the way that it was intended. And so they sent it to me today, and on tomorrow or Thursday, I will be meeting with the individual that this donation is for, and I will send it to them by way of MoneyGram or Western Union. And we will be absolutely certain that he got it. and we are going to be so happy to get this to him. And I want to say thank you to the individual that sent this to me, and said to me, says, Bishop, this is for the individual that has reached out to me, and I want to know that whether or not you knew him and you knew that mission and whether or not that mission was legitimate. Well, yes, it is legit, and we are sending them this $100. That's the way that should be done, because there are many scams, and if you don't do it rightly, you will get taken for that. So it is important that you follow the system that we have set up. A lot of times we just send something to an individual without verification, and you may be sending monies to someone that never gets it. And we've done the research, we've done the establishment of the bank accounts, we've done the establishments of the personnel, and then we got to check and balance on all areas. So it's not just a one way, it's a check and a balance on every aspect. So we're asking you to stand with us and support these families, because when we go in to these nations, we're going in to help them. And as I said to you, we got our sight on 200 families. It takes $750 per family to provide clean water and food for a family of 4 for an entire year. That's less than $2 a day, approximately $2 a day, to feed a family. So I'm asking you to sacrifice and join the partnership, the sponsorship of these families. We need your help. We also need Bibles. Bibles are needed. Saints of God, for $10, we can put a Holy Bible into the hands of people that don't have them. I watched all throughout Liberia people not having Bibles. And it's just heartbreaking, because they have such a hunger for the Word of God, such a hunger for it. And yet they don't have Bibles. And so you find a few of them with Bibles here and there, but there's many that don't have them. And that's part of our mission. Part of our mission is to provide Bibles to those who do not have them and cannot purchase one. If the individual can purchase one, we tell them to go buy one. But we're ministering to those that are destitute, those that are poverty stricken in such a way that they cannot do for themselves. And then our mission includes 6 different areas, as I said, and one of them is getting Bibles to people that don't have one and cannot afford to buy one. Then the mission is to provide clean water and food to those that are hungry, and that's clean drinking water and food. The mission is to provide medical assistance so that those that are sick can see a doctor. This is it's just so sad when you have witnessed people right in front of you and they're sitting there dying, literally dying, and you know that they're dying, and so, but they can't see a doctor. So, since I've been home, I've had to send $300 back so that the mother of a man of God, a minister of the faith, can get their mother to a doctor. Malaria is big, and typhoid fever and other things just from the water that they're drinking. And so, but we are able to do that because we have a heart first for people, and a heart that is led by God, and we have tapped into people that love God, that wants to do as such. And so that's what ministry is. Um, so we are ministering with the Bibles, we're ministering with food and clean water, and we're ministering with medical assistance, we're ministering to people with housing assistance. If you walked into places where I walked into, you would want to give them your house. It would ache your heart. But we're helping people. We were able to put a family in a home, and now in the process of another family being relocated in a home, and bringing the mother back together with their sons and daughters and their grandbabies. Now, through the act of those acts of love, we're able to minister the gospel of Jesus Christ to them and strengthen them in the Lord. So that's the ministry. And then another aspect is spiritual growth and development, discipleship training. So we are laboring with the in this mission to bring those that are in poverty to a better quality of life, both in the natural and in the spiritual. And here's another big part of our mission is to improve the quality of education, to give education to those that otherwise would not have one. I just sent a communication to this sitting senator and pastor stating that we are ready to start enrolling students, the first 5 students into the university. Now, we've already enrolled students into trade school, but we are getting ready now to start enrolling students into the university. They're one of the best universities there, and just really, really nice. And but we are having it done at the cheapest price ever. And we have a platform now where we can take young men and women, give them a vocational trade, and give them a 2-4 year education. And these young men and women will change their community. These young men and women will be able to sustain their livelihood for them and their families, and thereby being trained, they'll be able to establish themselves in the business world, as well as uh, maintain a quality level job that will afford them. So we've already enrolled students in vocational school. We've had to get them enrolled in the school. We had to purchase their uniforms. We had to purchase their equipment. Some had to get a laptop. They had to get a keyboard for some of the courses, and we've had to purchase those things for them. So when we have a system in place, that's one of the most important things I want you to know. We have a system in place. So we need to stay with that system. Stay with this system. I didn't go to Africa and work these 3 months setting up a system there for us not to benefit from it. We have a system that says if a person needs something in Africa, we know how to verify it. We know how to make sure that those monies are given to the right people. That's the system. And God blessed us to establish the bank account. God blessed us to get the personnel. God blessed us to go and sit face to face and talk with the people. I've walked on the university, talked to the professor and the president of the universities, and they have assured me they are establishing a foundation for Bishop Jerome Jones Foundation, Bible Teachers International, to make sure that everybody that we assist in the education will be a part of that foundation. We'll be able to interview that person. We'll be able to visit with them. We'll be able to monitor their success. We've got a system in place where they have to maintain a certain GPA to re-up this support. So we have a system. But saints of God, so oftentimes, we don't, if you don't know the process, and you don't know how this has happened. Now I'm gonna have to do this, and I'm gonna try to step away from my I'm gonna step away from a moment, and I wished I didn't have to, but I'm gonna see, can I do something really smooth here a little bit and put take a little break for about 30 seconds and get back, because I'm about out of power. Let's go to break.
It's time to see our liberty, a light flowing down from the heavenlies, and we are here reaching out. The word of God is all we need. Who the sun sets free is free indeed. So God, please speak to me, reaching the next generation.
Well, we was able to do that, so I was able to get that plugged in, and hopefully we can maintain our power. But what I want you to see is that I spent nearly 3 months in Africa. There is a ton of work that has been done that no one knows about but myself and those that were there. And I want you to trust the system that we put together. Trust the system. Those people need help. They need help in every aspect of the word help. So we have a university, and I could have shown you the university. And I'm going to have the university to show you the university. We have a university. It is 4 stories high. It has state-of-the-art equipment in it for IT classes. It has the kind of university that you would be proud to attend or have your children attend anywhere. You can get anything from an associate to a PhD there. And I'm talking about with certified, qualified professors. And we're so thankful we got to meet them. We got to meet the admissions director. We got to meet the administrators. We got to meet with the president of the university. And we got to meet with the founder and owner of the entire work. We also have there an agricultural center. We have a medical center being built now. There is a radio station on the site being finished now as well. There is a complete dormitories for the boys and a dorm for the girls, and there's 12 apartments or so for the faculty staff or visiting instructors that come, and so it is a well put together vision. And we're talking about enrolling these students that otherwise wouldn't be able to go to school. Now, we need to also, I'm putting together something now that will put together a bus. We need a bus that can go and load students up and transport them from Liberia, from Monrovia into Nimba, because that's where the university is. That's about 4 hours away. Now, you say, well, how are they going to go 4 hours drive? Actually, it's about 3 hours, but you wonder how would they go 3 hours away and then 3 hours back is 6 hours, and they can't do that every day. No, they wouldn't have to, because there are dorms there. They would be transported there on Monday, stay there until Friday classes is over, come back home. go back on Monday, but we need transportation to transport them. And so we have a system in place. I was there. I walked among them. I sat with them and prayed with them and preached to them and taught them and served them. And I want you to trust God. I want you to trust God. This is I can't tell you all of what God has said and done in this broadcast, because it's hard to put into words the totality of everything that God did. But I want you to know that God would be pleased if you partner with us. Go to our Cash App and give and say, this is for the mission to Africa. Just do that. We need to get the first $5,000 worth of support to cover all of these areas, to cover the food, the rice, that cover the education for the students that we're going to enroll into the school, education for those in the vocational school and the university. We need to get out in front of that. And so we're asking you to just say, well, look, you say, well, Bishop Jones, if I gave $25, would that help? $25 would change a world for people that can't drink clean water, that can't eat at the end of the day. $25. We have people trying to walk 3 and 4 hours to get a plate of food. Saints of God, this is a field that is ripe for ministry. People are not willing to pay attention to your message if what you're ministering in the message cannot affect their immediate situation. And God would be pleased if we always remember the poor. The scriptures are, he that giveth to the poor lendeth unto the Lord. So I'm asking you to look at what we are doing inside of the mission. Reaching the next generation is committed to taking the gospel to men and women around the world. And that's through, let me just be very clear, because that's not something that is over here on a shelf isolated or in a vacuum. That's through Bible Teachers International. If there's to be a church established, the church will be established as Bible Teachers International, not Reaching the Next Generation, not Jerome Jones Ministries. And I have those credentials, but we're not seeking to establish that. The church will be established as Bible Teachers International. It'll be another extension of Bible Teachers. And we're excited about that, because if I wasn't, we wouldn't even be in this. We wouldn't even be in this. If you're not excited about what God is doing inside of the Reformation now, I need to shake you. I need to shake you and wake you up. But those of you that are not in the Reformation, there are many of you that are not a part of the Bible Teachers Reformation, but you are supporters of us. You support Reaching the Next Generation. You've been supporting us for a long time. And I want to say, continue to do that. Now is critical. We need your help. It's going to be raining after a while. And, when it rains, it's like sleeping in the rain, even though you're in your house. So I'm asking you to help, because we have a plan to try to get that material that looked like barine and put it over the house so that it can keep the water out of the house. Something as simple as that, but it costs a lot there to do it. And so we're trusting that we can start working in that community. We've got people to go in those communities and look at other houses, take videos of them, inspect them, send it back to us. So we know we're not we're not going to be doing something and we're not in the knowledge of what is real and what's not. You know, when I went there to see with my own eyes, I went there to sit in front of the people, and God showed up. God led me to the highest ranking government officials there. God led us, had them come to us. God had them come and inquire of us about how we can change their country. God had them do that. I didn't do that. I didn't even know who they were. But God did that. And so I'm saying to you tonight, as I get ready, I've got to close because it's already getting pushing toward 1 o'clock on the East Coast, and at 4 o'clock I supposed to be on the road, headed about 300 miles up the road. But I felt this unction of God inside to stop and say to you, help us. You know, since I've been back, I've had two people to make a contribution. We need many more than that. Saints of God, this is critical. We need to treat this as if this was our mother starving, if it was our son, our baby, our father, our wife, our husband. We need to treat this as if they were dying sick, like I watch people dying. You see, I can't make this sound any better. I literally watching people dying in front of me because they're drinking water that's causing them to be sick. I literally watching people, and I literally had to yank one to the hospital so that they wouldn't die. You know, and these are everyday situations. And for $2 a day, we can change the whole world for that family. Because for $2 a day, that family can have clean drinking water and food to eat and better medical conditions. I'm asking you to join me now. That's what I'm asking. I'm asking you to trust. I mean, you know, I didn't go 8,000 miles just because I wanted to be seen or heard. I went because God told me to go. I almost died before I left, and I almost died while I was there. You don't know this whole story. No one does that wasn't there. But I'm telling you, what I witness of God will be forever etched in my mind and heart. And I am so thankful of just the experience, the supernatural power and wisdom of God. When God says he's a deliverer, believe him. When he says no weapon formed against you shall prosper, believe him. Believe him. When he said, I gave you power over all the powers of the devil, believe him. Oh, bless you, Jesus. And he has worked mightily. So I'm asking you to go to my Cash App. Do it now. Don't worry. Don't, you know, so often, you know, those people hear the broadcast and they'll sympathize with what is being said, but that doesn't change the life of the people. That doesn't do it. You know, if I go out, I got this bottle of water. This is like gold to them. I can't stress this important. We drink a little water out of this and throw the rest away. Not there. We throw our food away on the plate. They'll not there. They don't throw nothing away. In fact, they eating food that is spoiled because they don't have refrigeration to put it in the refrigerator. and yet we throw much in our garbage can that'll feed a whole household, you know. And what we're asking is for you to consider, God, I can give $2 a day to save the lives of families. I can do that. A family of four can eat and drink and be in better health for $2 a day. A family of four. So I'm asking you to join in with us today. Join in with us today. Say, Bishop Jones, I'm going to support this family, or I'm going to give this amount every month. If you'll do that, we'll assign your support to a family, and we will be able to report as to where though that contribution was given and to whom it helped. Because we want you to be absolutely certain, like we are, that our gift of support gets to the people that absolutely need it, that are so destitute and have no one to help them. We're not helping people that have family members that can help them like that. We're not helping people that has the means to do it themselves, but we're helping those that would otherwise not be able to get it. And so we're asking you to help us. And don't forget, our whole Bible mission. It takes $10 to put a holy Bible in the hands of someone that's hungering for the word but don't have a Bible. Would you stand with us? Would you please stand with us? Tell somebody else about it. Tell somebody else about it. Tell them, so look, help Bishop Jones. Help him with that mission. When I was there, right now, if you're trying to help Africa, it should be helped through the process that we have established there. It should be helped through that process. It should, because one of the things you don't want to do, I have a mission that we have in Uganda. We have one that we're working with in Uganda, in Kasai, Kenya, that we're working with, in Pakistan, that we're working in India, that we're working with. And many times there are people in those countries that have worked on defrauding people, that have worked on scamming people. And they will sometimes, people that are perfectly healthy, perfectly well off, will be scamming you as if they are poor, as if they are in dire need. And they'll have someone else many times that has a poor image on the front line of their requests, and you may not ever be able to detect that, but we have traveled there and spent an extensive amount of time there, and we have established the system that has its checks and balances, that no one can just run away with this support and we not know it right away and catch it before it does any devastation. So we did that because, first of all, I'm an administrator by trade, and by the gift of God. And God used us to establish systems that will cause things to flow like they're supposed to. And that's what we've done. And so I'm only interested in depositing support into that system. If someone come to you and say, well, we need this, that's why I really appreciate this child of God that got a request that this mission was in need of help. And that child of God thought it to be right to say, Bishop Jones just came from Africa. Let me run this by him and let me see if he's acquainted with this mission. See, now that's just being diligent. And when they spoke to me about it on Sunday, when they spoke the name, I said, yes, I know them. Yes, I know them. I'm talking with them, ministering with them, helping them. Yes, I know them. And they immediately said, well, Bishop, I don't have much, but I'm going to send you this money and you can send it to them. I'll trust you to get it to them. I didn't want to send it because I don't know. And I know there's a lot of scams, and they sent me the money today. And I told them, I said, well, I'm going to be talking to them on Wednesday or Thursday. And so I am going to be sending them this support. And I'm so glad about it because they really are blessed brothers and sisters there. They're faithful and they love God. And it just gives me such joy to be able to send support to them because, when you are a foreigner and you are in poverty, you're in a state of being that anything that is done for you inspires hope for your tomorrow. And that's what we have a chance of doing for hundreds and thousands around the world. So again, would you join us in supporting these 200 families? Would you do that? Reach out to me and say, Bishop Jones, I want to give this every month, or I want to give it in one lump sum. If you give and support these families, one day you very well might be meeting with that family on the other side of this camera, just like you're meeting with me. It'll be awesome for you to be able to say, I helped preserve the life of this family through giving. I hope you'll do that. That's all I can do is ask you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Would you go to my Cash App, which is $YOUGIV. And if you want my PayPal account, it is 4042jjones@gmail.com. That's 4042jjones@gmail.com. You can go there and you can send it, use any credit card you want and send it through PayPal, or you can go to your Cash App and send it to me through Cash App at $YOUGIV. We are going to be enrolling students in the university, and I should have pulled the university pamphlet here because I got one here somewhere, but I can't risk getting up from the camera again. So I'm going to get all those things together so that we can talk about this university and how it is. And we're going to be doing some more lives and sharing with you as we make progress. So stand with us. These kids can't even finish school. We got one young girl that's worked to take care of siblings, and she only making $75 a month. Saints of God, when I tell you, I can tell you story after story after story after story after story. God really gave me a bird's eye view of how everything is. And I'm thanking for that because now I know it firsthand and I can communicate it to all who will listen. Let's help them. The gospel need to go forward. And we have a chance right now to be on a radio station right there that's being that's being completed right as we speak. And we got a chance to be broadcasting every day all throughout that nation and other nations. You know, it won't cost us a dime. You know, this is just, I'm trying to tell you what God has done is powerful. And so I'm asking you to stand with us. I need supporters. I need people that will say, Bishop Jones, I will help every month on this, or I will give one time, or I'll split it up in 2 payments or 3 payments or 4 payments, you know. But let's realize that for less than $2 a day, for $2 a day, you can feed a family of 4 and give them clean drinking water and improve their medical condition. Let's consider doing that. And the Lord bless you. Well, I got to go. I'm Bishop Jerome Jones, and I am saying to viewers here and around the world, if you go with God, God will surely go with you. And until the very next time, have yourself a Jesus-filled day.
It's time to see our liberty, a light flowing down from the heavenly